Hi guys! I wanted to make a quick introduction video and go through the syllabus with you really quick so you have both an audio visual and the actual syllabus itself, and so I can also clarify some parts of it and hopefully answer any questions you may have in advance. So just to kind of start off, my name is Dr. Ashley Vizenor. You can call me Dr. V or Dr. Viz. I'll answer just about anything. I know Vizenor is kind of a weird last name, so don't worry about trying to pronounce it or spell it or whatever. I am somewhat new here to Barstow Community College. I was just hired last semester into the new chemistry tenure track position. So before I was hired here, I was adjuncting at Cal State San Bernardino and Fullerton College for chemistry. I've taught quite a few introductory chemistry courses. I've taught a lot of lectures for chemistry for nursing majors. So I've taught Chem 1 here. Last semester I taught 2 different sections of it. I've done lots of different labs and discussion sections for general chemistry over at Cal State San Bernardino. And I've also taught introductory general chemistry that we don't offer that here, but it's a class at Fullerton College that helps prepare some students for Gen Chem. So I'm very well versed in chemistry. I would hope I am as well. As far as my education goes, I got my bachelor's degree, my BS in chemistry from Cal State San Bernardino with a minor in mathematics. And from there, I went to UC Riverside, where I got my PhD in chemical and environmental engineering. My research focused on air quality and air quality systems engineering. So I did a lot of research on cloud formation and how that can affect our atmosphere and climate. So if you have questions about that type of thing, feel free to ask me, as well as even things like just environmental issues, as when I was an undergrad, I did a lot of research and work with water quality. So that's my educational part aside. On a personal note, I have 3 cats. My boyfriend and I have an apartment in Apple Valley. And I also foster neonatal kittens. So from time to time during recordings, you might hear some high-pitched cries in the background. That's usually them deciding they're hungry, even though they have a feeding schedule. So they're not afraid to tell me when they're hungry. My current ones I have are just about 4 weeks old, so they're going to start weaning soon. I've fostered just this year alone, I think I've fostered over 70 kittens. It's been kind of a crazy year. That's what I love to do. It's great saving their lives, and getting kitten cuddles is great too. Other hobbies, I'm a huge video game enthusiast, so I play a lot of Overwatch. I used to play Guild Wars 2 and stream it, hence why I have a green screen and know how to use things like Open Broadcaster software. I don't do that anymore. I miss it though, I'm not gonna lie. And some other games here and there, like my boyfriend and I play some Stardew Valley and other nice relaxing games together. So if you're a gamer, I'd love to hear what you play. Maybe eventually I'll put out a gamer tag for those that play Overwatch, and I'd be happy to play some games with you guys. I'm a big nerd, as you can probably figure out by now. So I love chemistry, and I'm so excited to be teaching general chemistry. As you probably figured out, seeing as I had a math minor and then engineering for my PhD, I love math, and chemistry and math go hand in hand. They are BFFs, and I'm super excited to be getting to do general chemistry with you guys, because hopefully I can help you understand the mathematical portion of it and maybe even enjoy it. I don't know. I hope so. I'm sure this is probably a stressful time for a lot of you, not just for school, but outside of school, monetarily. I know with the quarantine, a lot of people are struggling with finances and whatnot because of their jobs, or you have family obligations. So before I really start talking about things, I want to stress to you that if there's something going on, please know you can talk to me. If it's something where you might need some extra time because there's family obligation or work, I completely understand. So please know you can come to me, let me know what's going on. You don't have to give me specifics. You don't have to tell me everything, but just something to tell me, hey, I'm behind because X, Y, and Z. Can be as vague as you want it to be. All right, I'd be happy to work with you, but I cannot help you if I don't have some idea of what's going on, okay? Though I do have to stress that I am a mandated reporter, so please keep that in mind if, there's something that isn't, if it's something that's I need to report, okay? But I am still here for all of you. If you need career advice, if you just need someone to talk to, I am always available. All right, so let's start with the nitty-gritty. Let's talk about the course. Yes, it is all online, and it's going to be an adventure for all of us. The summer I taught Chem 1 online. There were a few bumps in the road, but it was good to kind of figure out where I need to emphasize some other areas or to warn you about some things you might have some issues with, for instance, the virtual lab software we're going to be using. But I'm confident that we can all work together and it's going to be smooth, or as smooth as it can possibly be. I know it's not ideal to be doing chemistry online, but I'm so thankful that we at least have some way for you guys to still be able to get your chemistry education and continue learning. So this is Chem 2A, General Chemistry 1. So General Chemistry is a 2-semester course. So this is the first half of it. Okay, so the syllabus you should be able to see on your screen. It will be the same on both of my sections. So I have 2 sections of Gen Chem, so please keep that in mind. Don't freak out if you're not in section 205-40. Okay, this is the exact same. As I stated, there's my name, Dr. Ashley Visenor. My email, avisenor@barstow.edu. Okay, if you need to get a hold of me, use that email, or you can also inbox me through Canvas. My office extension is 7307. However, due to COVID-19, I am not in the office, so you probably aren't going to want to use that. My cell phone, this is my Google Voice number, is right here. So if you need to get a hold of me, please, please, please know you can text me. You can call me if you want, but like any millennial, I hate talking on the phone with a passion, but I will do it for you guys. Okay, so you can send me a text or call me. We can schedule appointments to meet if you need to talk face-to-face. Okay, so I have very open availability. I am here for you guys. It's not the other way around. Okay, so you can send me an email. I usually get back pretty quick with emails once the school year starts. Text message is probably the quickest way if you need a very quick response. You can even send me pictures of something and I can try to respond as quick as possible. Okay, we can also do Zoom meetings. You just let me know and I will set it up for us, okay? So this is a 5-unit course. It's supposed to be 3 hours of lecture and 6 hours of lab a week. So the lab is online using software called Labster. I'll talk about that a little later. Okay, and then the lecture, until it says 3 hours, my actual recorded lectures, I'm going to be doing videos, okay, where I will have PowerPoints which are online for you, but I'll be writing on them with my Smart Pen and talking through them, and I will upload them onto YouTube and then embed them into the modules. It's not going to be a full 3 hours of me talking at you because I want to give you time to go through practice problems, maybe even watch the lectures multiple times, think of questions, plus you have discussion boards and whatnot to write on. So don't freak out too much about that. Okay, so we are going to be talking about things like atoms, molecules, stoichiometry, chemical bonding and reactions, gas laws, molecular structure, acid-base chemistry, and thermodynamics. Okay, this is for STEM majors. Okay, so pretty much all of you should be either chemistry, biology, engineering, pre-med, pre-dental, these types of majors. All right. There's a lot of course objectives and student outcomes. Basically, it all comes down to doing chemistry. Okay. To achieve all these objectives, we're going to have a lecture, laboratory, there'll be homework, quizzes, midterms, and a final exam. Okay, so then your student learning outcomes are also here as well. So the course content, okay, this gives you the different things we're going to talk about, and approximately how many weeks we are going to spend. So the first chapter, pretty much the basic concepts, we're spending about a week on. Modern atomic theory, a week. Stoichiometry, 2 weeks. Okay, so you can go through this and get an idea of all the different things we're going to be going over. This is tentative though, so we might spend a little bit more time, maybe a little less time, depending on how the class is responding to the lessons. As I said, this class is an online format, so we have no physical meeting dates. The proctored exam is our final, and that will be something that you will schedule through software called Proctorio. You do it at home. You don't need to worry about that. Though there actually is a chance that the final exam being proctored or proctored exam will be waived, so we're kind of in limbo there. Email updates. One of the primary methods of contact is email. So I will generally use Canvas to send out messages, but I may also use email, but it should all go to your barstow.edu email. Please make sure that you are checking it. So you know any updates, so I can keep in contact with you. Okay, all of that. Make sure you are checking your Barstow email. Okay, so here's our tentative grading scale. This is subject to change depending on how things go. Homework, we'll be using a software called CHEM. It's online. I will post the links to it. It's completely free. There are 11 assignments, so one for each chapter that we're going through, and each one is worth 10 points. You get unlimited attempts on it. Okay, it might change up some of the numbers in the questions and whatnot. It customizes it per person. It just changes things up. It pulls questions from a question bank. You can do it as many times as you want, and it automatically keeps your highest score. We will have an online discussion. This is something that all online courses require. So every week I will post a discussion board, and it will generally be something chemistry related that you're going to need to reply to. So everything will be posted by usually midnight or on every Monday, and you have until Friday to give me your initial reply to the topic. Okay. One thing to note is that it'll say that Sunday is the due date. That is for everything, because you need to do your first reply by every Friday at midnight, and then you need to reply to 2 students' posts by Sunday. Okay. So it's not just do your post and you're done. You are required to interact with each other. So this is to get you guys to basically make virtual friends. Okay. Reply, talk with each other. You can ask them questions, whatever it may be, keep the discussion going. And if you have ideas or requests for discussion boards, please send them to me, because I try my best to make them up, but it's not the easiest thing to do for chemistry. I can't necessarily go, how does that make you feel? We're talking about numbers and chemicals here, but I do my best. Okay. There are 3 midterms. Okay. The dates are in the tentative schedule as of right now. I'll go through that a little later. But each midterm is worth 100 points. There are chapter quizzes also through ChemVantage. So there's 11 of them. Each one's worth 10 points. And same thing with their homework. You get unlimited attempts. You can do it as many times as you want. The homework and the quizzes are not there to lower your grade. It's there to help enhance your grade and to help you prepare for the exams. And please know if you have questions on any of the problems, you can ask me. Then our online lab is using Labster. Your lowest 2 scores will be dropped. Each lab is worth 20 points. So you have 12 labs that are going towards your grade worth 20 points. You must pass the lab in order to pass this class. Just because you overall pass, if you have an F in lab, I will not pass you. Laboratory is a very important part of chemistry, even virtual. So you must pass the lab. You get unlimited attempts in Labster as well. So you can do the lab as many times as you want. It'll keep your highest score. Some weeks you'll have more than 1 lab. Some you'll have 0 labs. And honestly, they don't take much time. Okay. I've tried to match them up with what we're doing each week. So that's why sometimes there just isn't a lab one week, but another week you might have 2, maybe 3 labs. But still, they don't take too long. The final, as of right now, it is going to be proctored. So you will schedule a time to take it through Proctorio. It's a free online proctoring software. And it is worth 150 points. The grading scale is pretty much standard. 90% and above is an A, 80 to 89 B, 70 to 79 C, 60 to 69 D, and 59 and below an F. Okay. I try to get final grades posted as quick as possible, as well as grading things. I try to grade things as quickly as possible so you can really see where you are in the class. We do ask for 1 week for a 1 week turnaround on grades from the due date to then getting them back to you. My late policy, for each day late, 10% of the total grade earned is taken off if it's late and unexcused. Okay, after 1 week, it's a 0. So I leave like discussion boards, quizzes, everything open for 1 week. Canvas automatically deducts 10% per day, and then it closes after a week. So you can't access it. That's it. Okay. Again, though, if something's going on, please contact me. I can give you personal extensions. Okay, add drop policy. There's a link for that. So the way attendance is taken is being active and participating in the course activities. Okay, so that means doing your weekly discussion boards, doing your quizzes, doing your labs, taking your exams. Okay, you also need to review and submit the syllabus. It's a syllabus quiz. It's worth like 1 point. Basically says that you've read the syllabus, you agree to the terms, submit it. If you do not do this by the census date, you will be dropped by me. Okay. If you also are not participating by census date, I will drop you. So you need to make sure that you are participating. All right. So let's look at the tentative class schedule. Again, things may change. All right. So I have had in the past to move an exam date back a week because we were a little behind, or because I've had personal things happen that have gotten in my way of being able to grade it. So I push it back a week. Okay. But the general schedule is here that tells you everything that you need to do for the week. So for instance, module 1, the reading is chapter 1. You need to do the labs on lab safety and chemistry safety. Take the chapter 1 quiz, chapter 1 homework, and participate in discussion board 1. Module 2, chapter 2 is the reading, and then there's the labs, quiz, homework, discussion board. Chapter 3, okay, and then if you notice chapter 4, all we have is the discussion board. There's no labs that week. Yay! And that's because chapter 4 is a 2-weeker. So your labs for chapter 4 have them in the second week. So that way you've gotten all of your lecture for chapter 4, and you can then go ahead and do the labs. I probably will open them starting in module 4 and week 4, but they're not going to be due until week 5. Okay, so our first midterm is in week 6. Okay, there is still lecture and whatnot that week, so you don't get off that easy. Okay, so that's chapter 5 that we're going over, and there is still 1 lab that you're going to do. Now we have the midterm 1, it's on chapters 1 through 4. So I try to give you enough time to be able to learn the chapters, do the homeworks, and then we go to the midterm. Okay, and that gives you time to ask me questions that you may have beforehand. And then typical, and you can see the rest as you go down. Midterm 2 is in week 8, and midterm 3 is in week 15. I forgot to put the chapters on there. I'll add those later, sorry. Again, make sure you complete the syllabus quiz before the due date, or else you'll be dropped. If you are emailing me, please have your full name in the email would be great. Tell me the course you're in and which section you're in. Since I do have 2 sections, put it in the subject line. Okay. Let me know what's going on. Problem, question, comment. Tell me what's going on, please. Let's see. I may not answer email on the weekends. Okay, so we ask 2 business day response to get back to emails. I generally get back quicker, but if I don't, I have 2 business days, so please bear with me. That does not include Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays. Okay, so if you send me an email on like Friday, I should get back to you by Tuesday at the latest. Okay, but again, I probably will get back sooner, especially if you text me. I try to be extra available for my students because I totally understand how it goes. I know what you're going through. I've been there. Okay. You get 7 days to do work. I ask for 7 days to grade things. Make sure you are looking at announcements so you don't miss messages, clarifications, etc. Don't post in the announcement area. You can email me, or there is a discussion board that is specifically for Q&A, whether it's to the class, for a homework problem, whatever, for both me and your classmates to answer. You need to make sure that you have a computer. And if you need things like spyware, firewall, whatever, there's some links to find stuff to download. Please don't cheat. Please. Your work needs to be your work. Don't plagiarize. I've had to go through it a couple times already. It's not fun for me. I don't like that. I don't like having my trust broken. Yeah. Okay? Don't cheat. Don't harass each other. No sexual harassment. I have a 0 tolerance policy for sexual harassment, any racism, ageism, transphobia, homophobia, anything like that. 0 tolerance. If I hear about it, I will say something. I will report you. Okay, this is a safe space for all of my students. I want all you guys to be able to feel safe and enjoy yourselves with this class, okay? If you need help, we have Barstow Community College has the Access office. They are still available for you if you need assistance. Okay, you can always download the syllabus and print it if you want or need. There's also a course summary that Canvas generates as I put in due dates and add things. So let's look a little bit through Canvas now and through the course. So when you first go to the course after going to your dashboard, your home page is here. Okay, and it's got some links that might help you out. Announcements, it's not visible at the moment for you guys, but that's okay. Okay, so announcements will go here. Okay, they'll also post on the home page, usually right above where it says recent announcements, they'll be here. I'll be using a mixture of video announcements and text announcements. The syllabus and then the module. So this is how you're going to access the parts for the class. So the introductory information is up here, but the learning module. So you start with the overview. It's going to tell you what you'll be able to do, what you need to complete. And at the bottom, there's these buttons that say like next and previous. So it's going to take you to the different parts of the module. So for instance, the next thing here is showing the lab safety, Labster lab. Okay, and then it'll say like load lab safety in a new window. Now, one thing I want to talk about with Labster is it can be buggy, and sometimes it takes a little while to load. Okay, it might freeze at like 22%. Just stay on the tab and give it some time. Okay, you do need to make sure that your computer can run it. It is free for us right now. The California Community Colleges is paying for Labster access for all students, which is why I am using it. It is not my first choice of virtual lab software, but I'm not going to make you guys pay for something when there is a free one available. Okay, so as you can see, it takes a little while to load on occasion. And it will walk you through everything. It's going to ask some multiple choice questions that contribute to your score for the lab. If you get them wrong, it'll let you redo it, but it takes off points. I have no control over that. You can always redo the lab to make up some of those points later, but it doesn't take off that many. Okay. Sometimes it's a little cringy. Sometimes things are a little vague, so please know you can ask me questions if you have them. I will try, if there's some questions that I don't feel like you should necessarily have the answer to, I'll just tell you, like on the tab where it goes through everything, I'll say, hey, the answer to this question is blah, blah, blah. So there is sound and whatnot, but I don't have sound turned on my laptop. So, but this is just to give you a quick little demonstration of what you will see. Okay. It does give a tutorial on how to do things and how to use Labster as well. That's one lab for the week, and then the chemistry safety lab is the next one. And then homework. So homework is using some free online software called ChemVantage. I tried to use it over the summer, but it wasn't good for my intro chemistry course. It is made for general chemistry. So I generally I will have it up and I choose some of the questions for it, and then it'll pick questions from a test or a question bank. Okay. So it gives you the questions and then you type in your answer. Okay. You can show work as well if you need to. Okay. It will also give clues if you need them, and you can tell it to grade it. The optional exercises, these are questions that I told it not to use. Okay, you can do these. I don't know if it gives bonus points or not, but generally they're outside the scope of the class, or I just personally didn't like the question, but you can still do them if you want. But it doesn't matter what I do, it still tries to put them there. So this is what the homework is going to look like. Okay, you have unlimited try. But if you have a question wrong, there's a delay of 2 minutes. Okay, so you get it wrong, it wants to make sure you have time to try to redo the question. And then you can redo it, put in your new answer. And then the chapter 1 quiz. Okay, you load that in a new window. And it does put a time limit of 15 minutes. Okay, but you can do the quiz as many times as you want, and your best score is what goes to Canvas. Okay, some of them are type-in answers, some of them are multiple choice. Okay, different things. So every chapter, there's going to be a homework and a quiz for it. Okay, it's not going to be every week. So for the weeks where we go over a chapter over 2 weeks, while I might have the homework and stuff open that first week, it's not due till the second week. Okay, then discussion boards. This week's discussion board is just introduce yourself to everybody. Okay, it's not a chemistry really related. There's some questions you can answer. You don't have to answer these ones. You can say whatever you would like for this one. I will also post a reply so you can get to know a little bit more about me, but replying to me does not count for your 2 student replies. Okay, so your first post on this discussion board is due by Friday. Okay, and then by Sunday, you need to reply to at least 2 other students for full credit to get the full 10 points, okay? I have to fix the order, but these are the PowerPoint slides for this week's lecture. I upload them for you. They're also embedded, but you can also click on them to download to your computer. Okay, some students like to follow along. The way that I make my videos, like I said, is I will have the PowerPoint on my laptop and I have a smart pen and I write on my screen. And I do small videos, so I make 1 video per section in a chapter. So it'll be 1.1 video, a 1.2, 1.3, a 1.4, 1.5, for instance, just so I'm not giving you one giant video like I'm making right now. Okay, and then that will be in the module as well. Okay, and then once you're done, then it would try to go to the next module, but modules are locked until the first one is done. Okay, so like module 2 will not unlock until August 24th. And as you can see, I don't have anything in it yet. Okay. You can also access things like the discussion boards through this link for discussions, same with quizzes and assignments. Okay. The Q&A form under pinned discussions, this is where if you have questions about the class, about your homework, anything, it's always open. There's no grade for it. You can ask anything, just keep things nice. Okay. You can access your grades here. It will give you kind of a breakdown of the different scores that you have. Actually, let me see and show you somewhat. All right, so if I go a student, it'll look like this when you go to look at your grades. Okay, the status, your score out of however many points. And I can't show it like this right now, but there is a box. If you click in it, it's kind of a what if. You can type in a score. Like, let's say you're like, what if I got, a 50%, 50 points on my midterm? And then you can see how it affects your grade. It doesn't do anything. It's a what if. Okay, so this is what it would look like. You can print your grades if you need to. It's all here for you. Okay, you can see the people in the course. Okay, if you want me to make a group, if you want like a study group or something, let me know. I'd be happy to make you one. And for Zoom, NetTutor is a free online tutoring software available for you guys. Okay, if you need help, you can go and use that. But please also don't forget the tutoring center is still available online, okay, as well as myself. So there's lots of resources if you need extra help. Office 365, you have a free access to Office 365. Okay, so that's Word, Excel, PowerPoint. You can download it onto your computers completely free as students. Okay, so if you need to use Excel for something or PowerPoint, Word, whatever, you have access to it. Files will also be there, pages, yada yada. Okay, so that's the general canvas. There's also the inbox. So this is where you can send me mail, the calendar, which will tell you things like your due date, dashboard for all your different courses. Whew, that was a lot. I think that's about all I have to say. I'm sure I'll think of something else. But welcome to fall semester. Welcome to Chem 2A. I'm really, really excited to work alongside you guys and hopefully make this a fun and exciting course for you. I will see you all online. Bye.